And I think we're live now. I was just wanting to do this stream to update everybody on the channel. I know I haven't had a lot of stuff posted for a while, but I've had stuff going on. I wanted to address some of the comments that people was leaving about the ammo comparison video. That's one of the first videos that's going to be coming out probably next week. And I'm going to be doing putting up the new videos in the style of the 10 for 10 video challenge that Dark from DLD put out and Rich did. You blew that challenge out the water, and y'all inspired me to do that and get some new videos up. I also got go ahead.
Go. Well, I did like, I don't know, 19 or 20 videos in the 10 videos in 10-day challenge, and my goal is to keep doing a video a day for another 10 days.
Yeah, so keep that ball rolling.
Yep.
Just trying to check some of the chat stuff.
So I did one video and 2 shorts today. And I did, I did 1, 2, 3. I did like 4 videos yesterday. So actually 1 accidental video. So I did like 3 videos. So 2 shorts and 1 video. So I've been kind of kicking it hard.
Yeah, you've been on top of it. Most of the stuff that I've been doing with the 3D videos is stuff that I can't upload to YouTube. So that's why there's been a pretty big gap in my uploads and stuff, because I've been going to events like the Makers Match. And I think that was in June.
So you should have done a vlog of that. Like, hey, you know, I'm packing the car, I'm leaving Mississippi, riding over here. You know, the whole sleeping in the car.
Yeah, it was definitely a experience, that's for sure.
Oh, hey, Richard Monder's in the chat. Oh, there's Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Just hanging out. We're waiting for you, man.
Shout out to Brit Rich.
Yeah, Richard Monder. It's, let's see, is it Wednesday there? I think it's Wednesday where Richard is.
Just waiting to see if some more people come into the chat. I'm looking back on there. I know I see Texas Bullet and Joe Morgan.
Oh, hey, Joe Morgan. I missed Joe Morgan.
Vanessa Kitty just jumped on.
BK!
By the way, Cody, happy birthday, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I appreciate it.
I did wish Cody a happy birthday earlier, but happy birthday, buddy. So what are you, like you're 21 now? You're allowed to drink legally?
Yeah.
Listen, Richard, we're friends on Facebook.
Joe, I don't think we're friends on Facebook.
I got from Facebook. That's what I think. The first message I got this morning from someone posting it on there was you, Shooting Gallery, saying happy birthday.
Me. That was when I was at work.
Yeah. What are you doing at work that you could do social media at work all the time? I'm calling your boss, man.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to tell Rob Pincus on you.
Rob Pincus. I'm going to send y'all a link in the backside chat to that website.
Hold on, I feel my brain melting. Are you staring lasers at me? Is that a White Claw you're drinking?
No, it's water. I ran out of beer.
So now I know why girls drink White Claws, because it's 100 calories.
Yeah, it's low carb.
Okay, yeah, because I was working out today and I was talking
I
to
didn't
my
know that
instructor.
part.
It's the most disgusting piece of alcohol ever created.
Oh, it's nasty. Like, Skylar brought home, like, I don't know, a 12-pack of them, so I cracked one open. I'm like, oh, this is nasty.
Yeah, it's gross. I have one finally at work one night, and I was a shift drink on this, and yeah, was not good.
Hey, Captain Morgan and Coke is, like, tasty, and I do like the Patron, just sipping that.
I like my DSO.
So I think, all right, I need to set up a range here, and then we need to have like a little retreat at the FRAS, the Flying Rich Autonomous Zone. Have a bunch of you guys
like a
out.
squadron
We'll just
meetup?
hang out. Yeah, squadron meetup. We'll have a squadron meetup.
Well, you got to make sure that you invite Neil, founding squadron member.
I mean, you kind of broke up, Joe.
Then, obviously. Sorry. I said you got to invite Rob McNeely.
Rob McNeely, yeah.
But yeah,
Had him
I'll
on the
make
show last week. No, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah. And there's a squadron patch coming out, and the OG squadron members are all getting it.
Yeah, and I'm also getting the other patch. This is already decided. I've talked to Zach. I've already talked to Zach. We're in contact. We're going to be making a Shooting Gallery New England patch. But no, I'm not effing around with this. I'm getting both patches, and I'm not paying for it.
I love how y'all are kind of bickering about the patches when I can literally just run over there and pick them up.
Right.
And get them before either one of y'all.
Monder's asking, do I get mine? Yes, Richard. Yes.
Yes, you got to get Richard Monder a patch.
Yeah. And Vanessa Kitty, I got to ask, if she's drinking Sambuca, is she lighting it on fire first?
Why would you drink Zim? Why would you light that on fire? I never understood.
Because it burns. That's why. And it's better when the guy is like so faced that he lights the bar on fire. That's the best.
So you're already drinking Sambuca that burns. So you want to light it on fire to make it worse. Never understood that. Maybe because I'm not like a huge drinker. Like I like my craft beer and my DSO, but like.
Oh, well, yeah. I did have a decade with brief periods of sobriety. So. But I never got Hunter Biden drunk. I've never.
So how does it feel, Cody? You're 100 subscribers, man. Like that, dude. When I hit 100, I thought I was on top of the world.
Right. I remember when I hit 10.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, when I got 10 subscribers, I was like happy as a clam, and then got doing stuff and didn't think about things, and then next thing I know, I got an actual message from YouTube saying congratulations for the 100 subscribers. I was like, well, all right then, I guess I'm going somewheres now. It's not just a wondering. And one thing that I do want to announce to everybody that's in the chat too, one of the biggest things that I'm working on right now, just waiting on supply chain stuff, I'm going to be doing printed 3D pictures of the holographic 3D stuff that I do with the tablets and the cameras and stuff. I'm going to have actual printouts, starting with postcard size 4x6. And as soon as those come in, I'm going to do a giveaway for some of y'all that's actually being supporters and stuff.
Cool.
And then subscribe.
That's awesome. And you know what, Cody, I'm happy for you, man, because we're all, it doesn't matter the size. There's certain people that we're able to actually like hang up. We just lost Cody.
We're just gonna have to keep talking to fill in the gap.
Yep, we're pirating the stream.
You know what? I didn't have any YouTuber friends when I was starting out. I didn't know anyone. So it's interesting that Cody's kind of having a different experience. He knows a lot of people, in the field.
Yeah, I remember what I was trying to say before you left off is, listen, you're on the right path, man. The early subscribers you got, you're able to go to Range Day, which for any creator that is like that is Disney World to any creator.
Oh,
and
for
the
sure.
The amount of connections that you were able to make at Range Day and get people's eyes on what you do that's awesome. I'm jealous. I wish I had that opportunity when I was at 50 subscribers.
Right.
Richard probably has been doing this longer than any of us, but what do you think? I know we're kind of like completely pirating your stream, but that's what we do. Okay, we're Squadron. We roll heavy.
Hey, I'm here for as I was trying to just do like a hangout thing. It's my first live chat anyway, so
yeah,
we just roll with it.
So what do you think was
Squadron, we roll heavy?
Like, obviously, I know you've told us many times Range Day was just the biggest eye-opening experience. What actually made Range Day that eye-opening, like, come to Jesus type moment where it's like it was almost like an aha moment? Like, was it someone you talked to? Was it someone you got to actually like have a conversation with about what you do, what you showed people, what you do? Was it editing video of that Range Day? Like, what made it all the stuff that you do worth it?
It was actually, it's funny that you mentioned them because it's almost an all of the above. It was kind of like a checklist of stuff that really made a big deal to me. The first was being there and actually meeting people and talking with other creators and getting advice and tips and stuff like that from all of y'all that's been doing it a lot and people that I've looked up to. And then the second thing that really like probably had the biggest impact was the first few times I was actually able to put the 3D stuff in front of someone and then seeing their reactions to it and commenting and stuff like that and people, I wasn't even expecting like the reactions to be so like awestruck and stuff like that, to where that really let me know that there's something to this. I need to keep at it. Where until I was actually, it's one thing to just talk about it or say, hey, this, try to describe something like that in just words, but whereas literally seeing it and holding it in your hands is a whole nother story.
That's cool, man. That's awesome.
And then of course that making the connections with different people and I really think that the actual uniqueness of the holographic stuff really helped a lot with like almost not having to break the ice as much, because that doesn't just drop right through the ice right there, something a lot of people ain't never even seen or thought of.
Nice. There you go. But also, there's a little bit of an issue we have here on the stream. Me and Richard both have our BOP and Brown House flag. You, my man, probably got into the BOP faster than anybody. He got in like that.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And we got to get Tank. Tank's got to like BOP man up.
Yeah, he does. Big time. Oh, good Lord. Look at that. Yeah.
Aha.
You got in like 6 months. It took me about 2 years. Richard took about a year. My patch is on my backpack for work.
Yeah, that's why I had to lean over. I had to pull it off of my bag because as soon as I got it, I actually took Crump's patch off and put that one on in its place.
I have a few of Crump's patches. I think I only have like his. I have like two.
But see, one thing with y'all know Crump's patch, y'all seen it and all that, and most of the people on the chat have probably seen his patch because I recognize a bunch of these names from chats on y'all's stream. Where I'm at, I had to kind of second thoughts of walking around with that patch on my backpack, so I had to swap it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Carolina EDC has a great question. What
here it
YouTuber
is.
is your favorite or got you influenced to do YouTube? I don't have that patch. I need to get that patch.
So
I actually
that's
have a couple of different answers, and one of them goes back to the range day. One of the first thing that happened there that like blew my mind. One of the biggest YouTubers that I look up to is Guns and Gadgets, Jared. And I was standing in line waiting for to like get our badges and stuff like that, and someone bumped into me, and then I turn around and it's literally Jared standing there, and he's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" It's like one of them like choke up a minute. Oh, hey.
I did this. Dude, I did this. No. I did this. Jared has that. And now that me and him have actually had a few conversations, I can actually joke with him. First time, and I've told this to his face, first time I ever met him, I was like, hi, I'm Joe. And I gave him my card, schmuck. And he was like, yeah, okay. And then he walked over, hung out with the GOA guys, and I'm like, okay. But no, Jared is one of the coolest. Like, he's just down to earth. Like, he loves his country, loves his guns, and
so
everybody that I met up there was incredibly humble.
Oh yeah, they were all super nice. Well,
to go back to answering the question, that was just the first half. The one that probably influenced me the most to start getting into YouTube, which also is the reason why I went into SDI in the first place, is Hickok 45. And apparently he was there too, and I don't know how I missed that giant walking around. But
he's about a foot taller than everybody else.
Yeah. Hickok was there.
So early on, I think the YouTubers or gun tubers that I watched were Nut and Fancy and Iraq Veteran. Like those were the two guys I saw like pretty much every damn video. And I'm not sure how I ended up watching Hank Strange. I guess just going through GunTube stuff, and because I like bullpups, Hank likes bullpups, that kind of stuff. And,
yeah, I'm in the bullpup crowd too. That's one of them things. Most people either love them or hate them.
Yep. And
you know
Fraz DARPA.
You know what bullpup I hate? I just hate the idea of it. I haven't shot it yet. That new Smith & Wesson bullpup. It looks
Smith & Wesson?
Yeah, Smith & Wesson just came out with a 12-gauge bullpup. It's literally a DP12.
Oh, okay.
It's a DP12 meets KSG with 2.0 grip texturing on the grips. It bothers me on so many levels. I haven't shot it yet. I think that thing's gonna be a Jam-O-Matic. We're a huge Smith & Wesson dealer at my shop, so it's like we're gonna get them. So I don't know. I think it's.
So I guess the weird thing was, do you know how long it's been? I was watching Hank's, the Hank Strange channel and not his podcast channel. I had no idea he had a podcast channel.
Really?
I think it was a long time before, like maybe a year, I don't know, before I realized he did a show every day.
Used to.
Texas Bullpup
Texas
says Bullpup Curious. Bullet says Bullpup Curious.
I like bullpups. There's certain ones I think are dumb.
Oh yeah, Joe Morgan said he's a big guy, so he can't work.
Well, that's how you do that.
That's the thing. I'm a bullpup. I'm a big guy. And I can shoot bullpups. There are certain ones that I don't care to shoot. Like I've shot the Tavor 7, that 308 bullpup. That thing is just obnoxious. It's cool as all hell, but it's just obnoxious. The RDB or
our RFB's right over here.
Right, the RFB. I've shot the RFB. I thought that thing was going to kick like a mule. That's a flat shooting 308.
I've got some YouTube videos of me doing run and gun drills with the RFB.
But it kills me that it's an FAL mag.
Oh well. What mag should it be?
Oh well, it should be a PMag.
Yeah, all right.
That's how I feel. Like if they made that a PMag, I think it would sell even more.
Well, all right, but here's the thing: when that was produced, when the RFB was produced, the FAL mags, you could find them everywhere, and they were dirt cheap.
Now you can't find them anywhere. We actually have a couple at the shop, I think. So
right,
if you want, I'll hook you. I'm not hooking you up, but I'll give you.
But are they pinned and drilled to like 3 rounds or what?
No, they're pre-bands. They're pre-bands.
Yeah.
But just remember, give us a shout out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's certain YouTubers I think that like really did like made me start. Iraq Veteran obviously is probably the main one. Which it meant a lot to me that like he was just like a down to earth dude and like was in.
He's like,
video.
yeah, come by, we'll shoot videos. He said that to Joe. He's like, yeah, let's come on down, we'll make some videos together. I was like, well, cool.
And I thought, and I still think, to this day, after the amount of people that's telling me like, no, he's fucking serious. I thought he was just messing with me. But
that's actually the second time that I met Eric and Chad and was not expecting him to remember me or nothing neither. And then at the end of range day, I mentioned, oh yeah, you probably don't remember, but I met y'all back in Dallas. Oh yeah, I remember. You still got such and such gun that I was talking about 2 years earlier when I met him.
Oh, there you go.
Jeez.
There you go.
Because I've often said, I'm like, yeah, I don't think he knows who I am. I've talked to him a couple times, but
yeah, I doubt he knows who I am. Ray from Moss Pond just started following me on Instagram. That was huge.
Oh, cool.
But the only gun tuber that like really like inspired me to go into SDI and do that was John Patton from the Gun Collective.
Gun Collective is my.
I'd have to say John was instrumental. I don't think I've ever actually talked to him about this. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I've seen that in your video the other day.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to. I won a giveaway at one point, and there was, neglect on that.
It got lost in the mail.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think I've told him. He knows this because we had a phone call about it. But I was going through a rough time in my life, and I was painting. I didn't want to paint anymore. I wanted to, really get into the gun industry. My wife messaged John on Instagram saying, "Hey, my husband, my then fiance is a big fan of yours. He's really wanting to get into the gun industry, all this stuff, whatever." So I got a call one night from a Pennsylvania number, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" And my wife's like, "You should answer that." And I picked it up, and I'm like, "Holy shit, this is John Patton. Oh, holy fuck." And I'm like, "Dude, you're what?" And he's like, "No, I've been talking to your wife, dude. She's chill as fuck." And I'm like, "Oh, wow." And like we were talking, and I told him what I wanted to do, and he's like, "Dude, do it. Just go. SDI will be your starting point." And it meant a lot to me. And then he was one of the first YouTubers I actually had on my podcast. It was him. No, Brandon Herrera was the first YouTuber I had. And then I reached out to John, and John was like, "Yep, I'll come on your show, no problem." And I was just like,
wow.
Whoa. And I looked at it as like, all right, John's kind of a bigger guy. Like, I relate to him a lot, and then through him, I think if it wasn't for the like half-ass relationship I had with him, I met Sarah Joy Albrecht through Hold My Guns and Genevieve, his fiance, and I thoroughly love Sarah. She is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. So John Patton was probably that one that the next Iraq Veteran really pushed me over again to YouTube.
I have a pretty good story with the Gun Collective too. That's I guess a part 3 to that question. After I decided to start YouTube and got started or made the channel and decided to start doing videos and stuff, but it wasn't John that I talked to. It was Izzy, the editor over there, and he helped me a lot figuring out with the After Effects and stuff like that for the regular videos, and then looking up the 3D stuff is a lot easier to do in After Effects and the Adobe stuff because they have plugins for the stereo view stuff already.
Izzy is one of my favorite people in this entire world. I talk to Izzy at least once a week, whether it be me just liking his photo or me going back and forth. And he actually came on my Instagram. He came on his IG Live couple like over. I think it was like New Year's Eve or something like that. And we were all just hanging out. I'm like, "Dude, we need to hang out, Izzy." And like, he's just like, if you haven't ever talked to Izzy the editor, You need to. He's one of the coolest people in the world.
Just ask him about the midget eating or the taco eating midgets.
He'll be all about it. He's a taco guy. But yeah, man, dude, listen, 100 subscribers though, and on your birthday. Like now, are you
That's cool.
over 100, or are you just got to 100?
No, I think 106 is what it was when I pulled this up today.
Yep. And on your birthday is awesome.
Few days late for the right on 100, but I figured it'd be better to do it and coincide with the birthday. That way, if I didn't get many people on here, I still, had a reason to hang out with folks.
Yep, dude, that's awesome, man. Isn't I think we're supposed to be having DLD on here, right? And he's neglecting.
Yeah, he just messaged me and said that he's running behind, still trying to get his youngin' to sleep.
Well, he is confronting his boys. He doesn't want to have me on his show. He's had all of you people on the show, and he's just, saying, you know what, F you. I'm not going to have that kid on my show.
Did y'all get that link that I sent in the private chat?
I would have to click on it.
Oh, yeah, the game thing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to talk about what you also put in the private chat there, Cody?
Yeah, I was just waiting to see if it would actually open right or not. But one thing I was going to try out, since this is more of just a casual hangout thing, is there's an online game called Spyfall that a lot of gaming channels have been putting up videos like podcast type things. And it's just like kind of like a hangout type game where the object of the game is you get a list of 20 or so locations, which I'll have to copy and post it into the chat, the locations for people that's following along to be able to get an idea. But the point of the thing is you have one person out of the group that's a spy, and their job is to try to figure out where y'all are, what the location is based on the questions and answers that everybody asks, and it's everybody else's job to try to figure out who the spy is by asking each other questions, but try to keep your questions and your answers like more vague or whatever, so that you don't give the location or give clues away to the person that is the spy to guess what the location is. So it's a game that's people that's good at lying or have good poker faces and stuff. It's be up your alley.
So I suck at that.
But it's also one of them things where it's better the more people you have.
Yeah, when Dark gets on, we'll have to try it. I was referring to the other thing.
Oh, yeah, the other thing. Well, yeah, that's. I was gonna wait until I got some people on here, but we got a good bit of people on here now. I'm gonna give away a $25 gift card to Black Swan Tactical for someone out there in the chat. I'll do it at the end of the stream before I end. We just got to figure out how I'm gonna pick who wins it. Do y'all have any ideas of a trivia question or something to throw out there? Or
name all the founding members of the squadron.
Yes, that actually technically that'd be that would be a good one. Because how many members? So there's are we counting the wives?
Yes.
Okay. There's like 7 or 8.
I was just gonna say about 7 or 8.
Yeah, 7 or 8. One of them, no one's gonna get.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know who on there would actually get that question though.
Okay, let's do the core Okay, let's the most squadron members can you name? Because they have been talked about.
That's a good one.
I'm putting in our answers so we can actually see how many people can guess it.
And going back to talking about like other YouTubers that we look up to or that have kind of inspired us and stuff, I have to give a shout out to Johnny B, because he was the first like gun tuber to actually like respond to me and actually talk and give me some advice and stuff. And when I actually started the channel, he is literally the first subscriber that I ever had before I even posted a video on the channel.
Johnny B is awesome.
That's
very
cool.
Wonderful, very wonderful person. So Vanessa Kitty is saying, what was the question again? The question is, how many squadron members of the original 7 or 8 can you name?
And I would have got it wrong because I forgot a couple of them off of that list that you just mentioned.
So that list that I sent in our private chat, that is the core squadron.
Yep.
So
Uh-oh.
there's 2, maybe 3 people they're gonna miss. So if someone gets 5 members of the squadron, you get the $25 gift card. I can be a D-bag and name them all and say it's mine, but you know, I'm guessing I'm out of this one because technically I'll give it this one. The people that are on this stream are all founding members of the squadron, except DLD After Dark. Fuck that guy.
Yep, Vanessa Kitty's the only one that mentioned anything. She says she can't name it all. She knows some, but she didn't name names.
Well, while you guys are watching, you should definitely do some due diligence. There's been many podcasts talked about the squadron and who is actually in the squadron. So if you open up your YouTube and you really want to do some digging,
so
you
Texas Bullet's got 4.
Texas Bullet, you 3. Okay, so he's in the lead.
Well, Richard Monder wasn't there, so
Yeah, he's not. Richard Monder is a squadron member, but he's not the core 7.
yeah, he doesn't count as an OG.
Yeah, he does not count as an OG. I'm still getting both patches. Just throwing this out there. I'm still. So you get Texas Bullet from the ring. He's got 3. He's got 4 out of the 7. But if you guys go under YouTube and just search Squadron, you might actually see a lot more. Many podcasts have been talked about it. My podcast, Cody's been talked about it on my podcast. We've talked about it on the Hank Strange podcast. I believe John Crump Live, we've talked about it. And I think that's the only other shows, the 3 shows we've talked about it on. Wow.
I got one more trivia question that's a little bit more personal towards me that I have mentioned and has been mentioned about me in different videos and podcasts and stuff. What type of firearm do I have a very distinct connection to?
Oh,
I know this one.
My name is.
I know this one. Well, I think that if someone guesses that might be the gift card. But Texas Bullet is got a good running for the squadron.
Yeah, because I think the squadron thing was a little bit over some of the people's heads as far as a little too behind the scenes type of thing. But the type of gun that I have a namesake on has been mentioned on many videos, and it's the only interview that I've actually done for another channel, and it happened at range day.
and it actually happened to be on my podcast. So if you want, go filter into a second YouTube channel if you really want to win this gift card. Go to the episode with me and Cody. I believe it was episode 97, 98, one of those. Oh, God. My knee is killing me.
Well, we might have to try to do the game on the next chat because time's starting to get close to the hour, and I just got a notification about my internet, 75%.
Ooh, that ain't good. That ain't good. Now you're running all this stuff through your phone?
Yes, I'm actually on the Red Hydrogen 3D phone right now because it has a better camera. Just using the hotspot from my regular phone because I had that Spyfall game pulled up on my other phone so that it wouldn't mess with the video and stuff, switching tabs.
Yeah, we might have to save that for another day. But
I don't
what do
see
you got coming up though, Cody? Yeah, guys, if you want to win a gift card, because so far Texas Bullet is in the running, and I'm not saying Cody, that's your thing. I'm just keeping up the chat.
Well, I mean, he's the only one that's actually.
You get some cool swag there.
But yeah,
you can get a
as
shirt
far as the stuff
this guy.
It's going to be the continuation to the part videos that I have, the shotgun build. I've got it finished on it, and go over that, and finally do the 9mm ammo test of heavy and light, or heavy or comparing the 180 9mm ammo from Seismic to the Liberty Civil Defense. I think it's 50 grain over 2,000 feet per second out of a 5-inch barrel. Because I had to stop when I first put that video up. I forgot the name of the person that did the comment, or I would have gave you a shout out. But someone asked, "Where's the stuff coming from?" But I didn't have any 9mm guns to shoot it out of until recently, to actually finish the test or show the actual results of the ammo to shoot stuff with it.
What gun did you buy?
Oh, I got my SIG P320 back, full size.
Nice. How do you like that?
I like it a lot. I actually like. I used to be a really big Glock fan because of the way that it fit my hand. I like the thicker grip, but after I got the SIG, if I was to recommend one over the other, I would probably be recommending the P320.
I'm highly considering getting into a 320 as my carry gun, because the 19 is just, it's a 2x4, man, and I just shoot the 320 so accurately. Also, a big deal too for me was the trigger on it, which the one that I got already had the updated recoil fixed trigger, which is basically a factory competition trigger. Is it the Legion trigger?
I don't know if it's the same one that's in the Legion, but I know it's a big difference from the original one.
Yeah, because I know there's some FCUs out there that have like that gold trigger, and it's like better than the Legion trigger, which is what's making me want to buy a 320 FCU.
And I think that in this one, I do know that it's whatever their specific upgraded, lightened, skeletonized, all that stuff that they did for their fix to the drop safe stuff. But all of them stuff they did to fix it, like, made it a much better trigger, a lot smoother, and even I think it's lighter.
Yeah,
but of course, without actually putting the trigger on it, a lot of that just goes by feel.
Yeah, we had a guy today. He had an FCU, and he wanted to build his own like Gucci 320, and wicked good kid. He's built a few guns, and buys a lot of guns, stuff like that. Like, wicked cool dude. And he was so excited because he had the Polymer 80 frame, full-size frame for the 320. And that's a pretty comfortable freaking frame for the stippling and all that stuff. And he had like a Legion 320 Legion slide cut for a Romeo 1 Pro. So he was all excited, like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. He just wanted to see how it looked. He damn near put the slide with barrel on the frame without the recoil spring. So when he went to go rack that slide back, the barrel overshot the feed ramp and the whole FCU, and then the striker assembly was getting it caught. So we were like, this is like the most catastrophic failure you could ever have. And I'm looking at it like, can I do this? I'm trying to like jam. I pulled the slide components out. That didn't do anything. So I literally had to call the kid. He's like, dude, if you got to cut it up, cut it up. And I was like, that's what I'm calling you for, because I have to cut this frame up now in order you to do Polymer 80 frame. He's like, just do it, dude. I don't care. I'm like, okay.
Was he the one that put the slide on? Or
Yeah. He even admits it. He's like, dude, I feel like an idiot. I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. It happens. Like, but like we're all just like, when I got that in, I'm like, something's wrong here. There's a lot of stuff that's wrong here. But hey, life is a gunsmith, you know. Then I spent 4 hours today just putting an FCU back together to put the manual safety in. That was a job and a half. Shout out to the Rogue Banshee. He has one of hands down best videos on YouTube on taking a grip FCU apart and putting it back together. One of the best videos I've ever seen.
Rogue Banshee has a lot of good, not quite tutorial videos, but videos like that where he's showing you how to do stuff. Not just the SIG. I've referenced a lot of his stuff when I was doing my first couple Polymer 80s, Glock fields.
Yep.
And he's the one.
I use his stuff when I have to work on 365s.
Men Against the Masses. I think that it was you that posted that comment that I was trying to give a shout out earlier. It was either him or the end is near or something like that.
Sub Dog, Shooter, and Kamikaze Rich. Why do you get so? I don't understand why he gets so.
Since I've been doing Crump's show, that's all people talk about.
He better be paying you.
Dark's fixing to come on
more than anybody. Oh, really? He's gonna come on? Oh,
yeah. I gotta send him the invite.
Comes on this show, goes on Hank Strange, goes on DLD After Dark as a show, has all of you guys on, has Kevin Dixie, he's got Hank Strange, he's got all these people. No invite over here. I guess I'm just gonna cry myself to sleep. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, I sure appreciate it.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed DLD After Dark. He's a wicked cool dude. I just like giving him some crap.
And really, the biggest thing from Range Day, going back to the stuff that, like, the biggest impact was probably hands down actually meeting all y'all and making the squadron. You know, everything that goes along with it, and the actually making friends with y'all.
Yep.
That's like I think it was Joe's podcast the other day where y'all was talking about Tactical Toolbox. But like I said, I know he was like there. Like I could have reached out and touched him, but I didn't actually talk to him any, so I don't consider that meeting.
I was gonna say like that when you said that, I was like, Cody, you were standing like within like 5 feet of me when we were talking to him.
I just got to give a shout out to Mrs. Swamp Dog. She jumped in the chat a minute.
Mrs. Swamp Dog, what's up? Having some short-term memory loss though. Like that, like I've never like been bothered by a comment as much as that, but I was just like, Cody, he was standing like 5 feet away from me. You were there when we were talking to him. It was like me, Cody, and his wife, and then there was Hungry Handgunner, Gear Know How Kyle. Then it was like Tactical Toolbox here, Mr. Big Kid, and I think there was one other dude. I forget. It might have been Hank Strange that was like walking
I
up.
think
But I was like,
Gun Drummer, I think was.
I don't remember him. I remember meeting. I barely like said hi to Gun Drummer, but like I remember like meeting him kind of. But like, yeah, it was like all of us in the collective thing, and then because of Cody, me and Richard had the most awkward experience with Mr. Guns and Gear.
Yeah, blame the dude that didn't even show up till afterward. I just like.
Yeah, you weren't even there.
Made y'all, it's like I'm not there yet, so y'all can't stay.
Yeah, essentially, it's your fault, man. That's my story, and that's how I'm sticking to it. Next time I talk to Hank, I'm gonna be like, you give me all this stuff. It's actually Swamp Dog's fault. It's all his fault.
Well, I'll own that.
I can't blame John Crump because I think John Crump was with Hank, so I can't blame him.
Yep.
And like, why would you blame Rob McNeil? Like, that cat could literally ruin my life.
Oh, I think he's at 99% of his data.
Verizon is just like F you.
Well, if only I had Verizon. I don't even have Verizon. I got Cricket.
Oh, okay. Do you get like a chirp sound when it's like you're getting dangerous?
Nope. I'll get it saying 100%. All of a sudden, my internet speeds will go to like nothing.
Kind of like on my 100th episode when my internet was just like, go to hell.
Pretty much, yeah. That's one thing I was worried about, but so far I haven't used my hotspot hardly none this month because I was trying to save it for doing a live stream. So it's been doing good so far. And 10 minutes left to be able to pull off a whole hour stream. So as long as we get that far, we'll be good.
Yep. Now, you gonna start showing any more gunsmithing content or like some stuff that you're working on the channel?
Yes, that's part of the stuff that I'm gonna be releasing in the 10 for 10 videos. Is gonna be the first tech tip type video, like I had mentioned to you I think it was on the stream when I was with you about talking about some of the different tips and tricks that I've picked up from other areas of stuff. Like the first video I'm going to do is the aluminum foil trick for getting rid of surface rust, similar to the penny trick that I think it was Caleb Savant posted a while back.
That's cool. I'm a big fan of crude oil and steel wool.
But yeah, it was actually the guy that I learned the aluminum foil trick from is a guy that I met at a truck stop gas station in East Texas on our way back, bringing my 77 Honda Matic motorcycle home on a trailer, and it had shifted, and he happened to just be there getting gas in his 76 Honda similar bike, but not the automatic, and then straight up nice dude, yeah, here, I'll do this. And next thing I know, he ended up coming over to our house and hanging out and helped me get another bike going. And that's when he told me about that aluminum foil on the exhaust for that bike.
Nice. I didn't know you were in a motorcycle.
It's all the same type of. Oh yeah, dude. That's actually the biggest thing that I'm going to be updating the channel with once I get things going on a steady schedule. Is I'm going to start doing a series of bikes and bullets, talking about guns and motorcycles, because I'm planning to start doing some motorcycle camping trips and talking about different stuff to take along with it, since I didn't end up selling the bike like I thought I was going to. But yeah, I'm big. My mom used to always say I was a biker without a bike the whole time growing up.
You had like that cut. You had the cut before you even had a motorcycle. Okay, so you're into motorcycles. Let me ask you: you a Sons of Anarchy fan?
Yes. That my ringtone is literally the Sons of Anarchy theme song.
Okay, respect. Now, I asked everybody this. What did you think of Mayans?
It's definitely not the same as Sons of Anarchy, but I actually like it. Me and the wife has actually watched all. I think 3 seasons have been out so far.
I haven't watched. I've watched the first episode, and I was like, "Why? There's no Jax Teller." Like,
Yeah,
I'd like to do. If I could do like a whole podcast discussing conspiracy theories on Sons of Anarchy, I wonder how much that would actually get any traction, because that's probably one of
there's
my
already
favorite
3 or
shows
4
of
channels
all
that
time.
do that, so there's a lot of people out there that watch that.
Yeah. So like I have my own opinions of how the show could have gone and how they could have done it to where Jax doesn't die. I personally think. Richard, have you ever watched Sons of Anarchy?
I really don't
Oh,
watch TV at all.
Oh man, dude, you gotta watch Sons of Anarchy. Oh, it is the greatest show ever made. This on the line of like Sopranos, Breaking
You don't.
Bad.
I've
like,
never watched The Sopranos.
How are we
It's
friends?
funny that you mentioned Sons of Anarchy too, because there's actually something that happened in one of the episodes of that I was talking with Rich about not long ago that actually ties into my channel and Instagram stuff, but it's not something that I've mentioned publicly yet.
What is it? Oh, can you talk? Are you going to talk about it now or like?
I'll mention it to you after the show.
Okay.
After we close the stream. It's something that I'm gonna do a video about eventually, but it's something that I got to talk with the missus and stuff like that before I just put it out there.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
the whole
all I'm
reason why I
saying-
wish that Hold My Guns would have actually been something back when that all had happened.
Yeah. Oh,
Because I ended up selling a bunch of my stuff and still haven't rebuilt to the level of collection that I had.
Really? Yeah,
Well, I guess
I was at that point too. I had to sell off my entire collection because I needed to pay bills. Rent was coming up. I got laid off. I was trying to pay off bills. I sold off every gun I had, and there's guns I can't replace.
That stinks.
What?
Hey, that's kind of like I probably should have sold my LC9S a year ago, and now I've got like 2 LCP2s. I probably should have sold them. Now that there's the LCP Max out.
Well, I still have not seen anybody even try to put a guess at the gift card answer yet.
I think you got to pick somebody random.
Yeah, you gotta pick somebody random. Just kind of like stop. Go to the top of the chat and just start hitting the down button.
That's
whatever name.
That's
you
what
see
I'm
first.
doing. I'm just sitting here trying to scroll it to a random person.
And if you do win, I was gonna say if you win the gift card, you got to get a Flying Rich shirt.
No. You need to get a Shooting Gallery New England shirt. All right. No, I don't even know if anyone's bought those shirts yet. Those literally need to be bought.
So Richard Monder's the winner?
Yep, Richard Monder. I think you already got my email. I'll get in touch with you.
No, congratulations, Richard. Couldn't happen to a better guy. And he is a big supporter of the 2A. Even though he's not a U.S. citizen.
He's the most American non-American that I know.
I remember the first time I saw Richard Monder was on Gun Gripes. I'm like, wow, who's this cool British guy?
Man.
Melissa Kitty's got all kinds of stories.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's somebody you want to
gonna
sit
make
back
it
and drink
today.
with.
Dude, VK is a badass. All right.
Is Tuesdays a good night for y'all? As far as like, if I was to do another stream, or
Yeah. Tuesdays, I get out at 5. Depending on how bad traffic is where I am. But yeah, Tuesdays is always a good stream for me.
I'll keep that in mind, because that's one thing that I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to start doing once a week live stream like this to learn more about StreamYard and all that, since I haven't done any live stuff since I started the channel. And then if it's something that does pick up and I get guests on, then we can try that game and stuff like that. But I am wanting to do a lot more videos focusing on the gunsmithing, and more than the gunsmithing, just the different custom work, because I do more than work on guns, and the same skills is the same regardless of what it is, whether I'm building a guitar, working on a stock for a gun, or working on a 4-wheeler frame. That's kind of, I've dabbled in a lot of stuff. I actually used to be a professional gamer before gaming was an actual televised and sponsored deal. And getting in that, I built custom computers, the ones, now it's something like even at Walmart, everybody does it. But back then you had to cut the holes in the case and put the windows and wire the lights and all that stuff yourself. Mm-hmm. Now every $5 keyboard or mouse has RGB LEDs in it.
Yep.
Really?
So Man Against Masses was asking what was the contest, and the contest was to name who could name the most OG Squadron members.
And Texas Bullet technically named the most. So should we just give that answer?
He didn't name anybody. He just said y'all were 3 of them, and then Crump.
That counts.
So he only named one name. When no one else even offered a secondary thing. So I guess
Well, we might as well just kind of go over who it is, because for future reference.
I was going to say that question ain't up for today, but for future reference, people that did watch this show, I do have another gift card to give away at a future date for y'all following along.
So the founding
us 3.
Yeah, the founding 7 were me, Flying Rich, Cody, his wife, Crump, our friend Chris Elog, X7 Studios, and Nick from the Hungry Handgunner.
That's 8.
8. Okay. Okay. So yeah, 8. I said
you counted Chris as one person.
You counted McNeely?
Oh yeah, huh? McNeely. That's 9.
Oh, so 9. Oh wow, 9. I
am gonna get with Zach, and I'm gonna make a second patch that's gonna go just to the 9 to go with Rich's Squadron patches, and we'll have one first 9.
Yes. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Richard, you don't understand what first 9 is.
I knew you would love that.
Because you've never watched Sons of Anarchy. If you don't do anything tonight, watch the first couple of. Yeah, you got to go on Hulu and Netflix and watch Sons of Anarchy. You're going to get hooked. Yeah. I can't even begin to get involved in the first 9. Okay. The first 9 is that's a whole show talking about that.
Okay. All right. So if Hank would say no, that he's not a Squadron member. If he asked Hank.
Oh yeah, no, Hank Strange is not a Squadron member.
He kind of showed up. His remarks led to the Squadron being a thing, but he wasn't part of it. He showed up later.
Well, I got the short video on the Squadron, the creation of the Squadron.
I'm actually gonna watch that because I still think it's pretty funny. But yeah, so Richard, your homework tonight is to watch at least the first 3. Yeah, you need to watch at least the first 3 episodes. If you are not hooked within the first 3 episodes, let me know and I'll understand.
And not to set up the Glock bullpup to print.
set that up and watch it while you're setting it up.
There you go. You can watch it.
No.
You can watch them while that's.
Oh, actually, technically, no. When you need to watch Sons of Anarchy, you got to sit down.
Oh yeah.
And just watch. You can't be doing anything else because there's so much shit going on within the first 3 episodes of season 1 that outline the entire show.
Okay.
And then you get into 9 seasons. No.
Texas Bullet is asking Swampy an important question here. Cody, you read the question. He's asking, what was the gun that you have a personal connection to? And it's the coolest gun I have ever seen.
Oh, it is so cool.
And, you know, Cody didn't show it to me at Iraq Veteran. He showed it to me at my house.
And remember, Cody, don't show it on YouTube.
Actually, I got video of it. I was going to post it on YouTube. Who do we got? All right, Swamp Dog. We had 4 there for a moment. We had 2 Swamp Dogs.
Yeah, can y'all hear me again? It kicked me. I think my internet's finally messing up. But to answer that question, the gun that I have a personal connection to is a revolver. There's a revolver that was invented during the Civil War that I have a first-year production of that was invented by my literal blood descendant or ancestor. Called the Slocum Sideload revolver. And there's actually going to be a video coming out on it. That's one of my first 10 and 10 videos. I've already started filming it. That might be the first one that I post. And did I tell y'all the story about how I found out about that in the first place?
Oh, you were designing something similar to it, right?
Yes, I literally had almost the exact same principal design that I was working on for a modern revolver, and then come to find out that was invented in 1863 by my relative. For a whole, his
crazy.
reasoning for doing it was solving a whole other problem from the problem that I was working on here, or for now.
That's just crazy.
So now when I actually do come out with that Slocum revolver, Slocum revolver Model 2.
Right.
But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream now. It's been over an hour, and like I said, my internet's messing up before it kicks me out of my own stream again. I want to thank y'all for coming on, and thank y'all for stopping by in the chat. Oh, of course, I'm fixing to end it, and then Space Texan jumps on.
There's always that last person.
Yep.
So, well, honestly, Cody, congratulations, man, on, you've reached that threshold. Now it's to 1,000. You got to get to 1,000 subs.
That was a big deal for me.
Yeah, well,
that was a tough haul.
I'll be happy with another couple hundred. So, I'm just happy to do what I'm doing.
Yep. I was in the same boat, dude.
Oh, Cody's breaking up.
I couldn't. I think he was just trying to say, "Y'all be good."
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he is like frozen right now. If we're still live, we're pirating the stream yet again.
Totally.
We gotta get like pirate bandanas,
right?
And just being like, "I'm captain now." So